I am going to attempt to do something, and I don't really know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try. A lot of people have asked, let me be honest, when I say a lot of people, I really mean like 3 to 4 people have really asked me about my process. How do I make these videos? How do I get ready for the week? What does it look like? What do I do? How many times do I have to shoot it? What is my editing process? What is my whole process? How do I get the notes that I'm going to use to talk about the games? How do I know what I'm going to say? All the different things in making my sports videos. I've also gotten questions about my setup. What does it look like? All the different things. So first of all, I want to say a lot of people notice this white in videos sometimes, or you might notice the black. I have a blanket that I set on my lap that I always use in all my videos. And I don't know why it's comfortable and it gives me like a piece of calm. And so I always have this blanket on my lap. So if you ever see white or this or whatever underneath me, it's because I have this. The other thing I do is every week I have a specific process I follow, and I am going to show you that process based on the videos that I've documented while I was using my process this week. So a couple of things that you should know with my process. The first thing is I usually try to shoot all of my 3 videos in one day. So I usually get all of my notes together and I usually shoot my videos all in one day. I will show you what my notes look like. I will show you how I pick out what I'm going to wear. I will show you what it looks like when I'm recording. I will give you all the details that I can think about that might be important or that might just be fun for you to watch, just so you know, as I make my videos for the week. And the other thing that's interesting is I don't know why I decided to do these little things coming out of my thing, but whatever. The other thing that's interesting is my freaking elbows are like, this working out is killing me, but this working out is brutal. The other thing is that you will see in this video is you're going to see the making of a Steelers video. You're going to see the making of a Texas video. You're going to see the making of a Colorado video. You will obviously be able to tell which outfit I made or which video I made last based on what I'm wearing. But this was going to be fun. And I don't even know if anybody cares about the behind the scenes. I don't even know if anybody's going to want to watch this, but I thought it would be kind of cool to like create my own behind the scenes just so people can see that like I actually do think about the things that I say, and I actually do document the things that I say, and the things that I say actually mean something to me. I don't just make crap up as I go along. I actually have a process and I have a system. And so I'm going to share out that system. So if you're interested to see a little bit of behind the scenes of how I make these videos and what I do every week heading into football season, continue to watch on the other side of this, because I will have almost all the details you never knew you needed about how I make these videos. Before this gets started, you have to know this is my absolute first time ever doing this as a voiceover. So if this is a total failure, I'm sorry, but this is my attempt to kind of show my process and to show you all what I do. And scene. All right, so here goes nothing. The first thing I usually do is figure out what I want to wear. I usually go to my closet and point out, like, I don't know, a few things that I want to wear. Apparently I'm feeling very animal print, so you'll see a lot of animal prints. But yeah, and then I always usually find like something that I can wear, like a little jacket like this. Think it's a little cute. And then, yeah, so I separate these things like this. And then the next thing I do is go to where I record, and then I see what I have left over. I usually pick it up, see what I think, see how it mixes with what I already have. And then I will mix all the things together. And so that beautiful plop that you just saw is me mixing everything together and seeing what I like, throwing in a little watermelon outfit there. And then quickly I start to kind of look at everything and go, yeah, I can't really wear this watermelon thing because the watermelon thing, like the jokes will tell themselves. So we'll just do away with that. And I'll just add other colors that I'm thinking about because I think that that's more important. The next thing you're going to see here is my beautiful spreadsheet. So if you are a spreadsheet person, kudos to you. So as you will see, I have each of my teams labeled up here. And then what I do is I work through this spreadsheet. I will tell you that this is sped up. So what you're going to see is going to be moving fast, but don't you worry. You will see all of my notes that I usually have here where I have about the Colorado specifically. One thing that you will find here is that this is super important to me to like let out all of my thoughts and all of my feelings. And this is where I am 100% honest because usually nobody will see this. Obviously you are seeing it for the first time. If you are familiar with any of my videos, you will see that it says run the damn ball because that is something that I constantly put in my notes, but that is just what it is and that's what it's going to be. And so also here, I see that this is bolded and this is actually annoying me right now as I'm recording this, but I will just leave it for the time being and I will, trust me, I will go back and fix it later because it needs to be consistent. So here it is at the top again. So I am now going to click on my lovely Steelers and same thing. You will see that I have all of the Steelers information here. I go on and on and on and on and on. I do want to point out that a lot of the things that you see here are talking points. I don't necessarily say all of these things. Sometimes I just start rambling when I make my videos, but I always have some things that I want to talk about and I use these as bullet points, not necessarily full thoughts. And so it's just a way to keep me organized and to keep me honest so I can touch on everything I'm thinking about. And as you'll see here, I got annoyed and I had to unbold some of these things because they're not supposed to be bolded. So this is my spreadsheet. This is what I do. This is how I organize. So for those of you that think that I just start talking about football and start talking about my teams, you are sorely mistaken because I am very organized actually. And so that's what I do. The other thing is that I think is super important and something that I want to call out here is how I update my sheet every week. And so as you see here, I am going in and I am editing and adding the next week here just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Obviously, when this releases, you'll know what's coming up next because it will be obvious if you look at a schedule. Again, this is sped up. I don't usually type this fast or move this fast, although I am a fast typer. But just so you know, it usually doesn't go this fast, but it's going fast for the sake of this video. The other thing that you are going to see here in just a second is what I do once I fill out the top, then I go down to the bottom. Yes, I will go back and add bookmarks to a lot of these when the season's over, but right now this is just kind of my flow and this is what I'm doing. And so it's easy to click and find everything I need to find. My favorite thing about this sheet is that it has all of my teams, everything I need. It's structured, it's consistent. I can use the same thing over and over and it is my process. My favorite thing about YouTube so far is once I get a process, I can stick to that process and I know my process is going to work. As you can tell, I actually have a process that I follow. I do the same thing every week for all of my teams, even during the bye week. And to be honest with you, that is why I make videos in the bye week because it helps me to stay consistent and that helps me. There's two other things I want to show you. So the first thing is my video template for after the game is also on this sheet. So obviously you see me typing some of those things. So it appears here. I copy and paste obviously. But the last thing I'm actually going to show you is my favorite thing about this sheet. And it is me being able to find keywords. So you will find that I can find run the ball, or I can find defense, or I can find undisciplined, or I can find any words that I want to find. And this lets me know how often I've used those words. So when you all see me in the videos and you think I'm harping on certain things, it's because they continue to show up in my notes. As you can see, run the ball has continued to show up with Colorado all year. And so that's there. It's also shown up on Texas as well. And then here comes disciplined. Obviously, we all know what I think about the discipline and how things have been going. And so this is just my way to find the different words and to see how things are going to come up. So I love this tool. I think it's super important. And honestly, this is the big reason why I have things in a sheet so that I can easily search them because it helps me find them very clearly. And the last thing I'll just do is just scroll up to the very top so you can see how all of this started. And as a reminder that all of my templates live here. And we're just going to move along here and talk about the next thing. And ooh, pretty transition. So this is just my back wall. Each of these means something to me, so I like to see them in my video. So that's really all I have to say about that. The next thing is here is my mic. I love this Hollyland mic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't you even dare start to think about talking about my nails. They're a mess and it just kind of is what it is. Like, who doesn't recognize they're a mess, but that's fine. It is what it is. Moving right along. So what you're going to see here is this is me prepping for my video. So all the notes that you just saw that I showed you and took you through in the sped up version, this is me now looking at my iPad, looking at my notes. You can see I'm moving fast. A girl's got to have her chapstick because who doesn't have chapstick? And yeah, so this is me getting ready. I don't know. Look at my hair. What a mess. So this is me getting ready to make a video. I never know which team I'm going to do first. All of my stuff is there. As you saw, I kind of touched such a terrible towel, and I thought about it, but I wasn't really sure. So I'm getting on my glasses. It is almost showtime. You can also see my blanket there on my lap. And here comes the best part ever, where I am miking myself up. Remember, this is a sped up version, so you'll see me moving really fast. I don't really move that fast in real life. So I'm checking it out, spotting it out, looking at camera, turning it on, seeing what I like, getting ready to talk, fixing my hair. It still looks a mess, but I don't care. Losing weight, it's about to be showtime, so that is what I'm gonna do. So my Colorado outfit, the next video you will see, it's gonna be obvious which team that is. It's my Texas Longhorns. And then the next thing you're going to see is obviously the next video. One thing I wanna call out here is I make the videos all in the same day, but different times throughout the day. And this is my Steelers video. Here we go, Steelers, woo! But yeah, I make these videos throughout the day. So I usually try to schedule them, and I don't ever know which team I'm going to do until I sit down and get my mind right. My absolute favorite part about all of this process is usually when I start the videos, when I start the videos, meaning when I actually hit record, it actually is fascinating to me to figure out what I'm actually going to say, because I have my talking points and I have them ready to go. But more often than not, I am talking and I'm saying something and that actually sparks another thought. And so if it sparks another thought, then I will pivot to the other thought and I'll let it flow. And so that's just kind of how this goes. And so I trust my own mind. I trust what I'm feeling. I trust what I'm thinking. So if I get into a video and something starts to come out that I didn't plan for, I will let it come out and I will just talk through it. And if I like it, I'll keep it in the edit. And if I don't like it, I will edit it out. And so it's very important to me, my process, because it works for me and it keeps me fresh. It keeps my brain working and it just keeps me ready to go. The other thing I find very fascinating is how much time I don't spend on preparing what I'm going to wear. As you can tell in the video, I literally just pick out things from my closet, dump them down and leave them in the same place for a week and rotate them for each video, because I do like to see myself in different things in the video. And like I mentioned in the video, it actually helps with editing. So if I can look at a video and I can immediately see what I'm wearing, I already know what team that is, versus if I wore the same outfit for every single video all week, I wouldn't know what video was what. And so I don't trust my ability to edit. So it makes sense it makes sense for me to just rotate outfits. And so that's what I do. I rotate outfits and it just kind of is what it is. So I will end this video here. If you liked this content, if you liked my attempt to kind of give you like behind the scenes, let me know. I might do more of it. Obviously, my process for when the game is over is different than my process when I'm making videos for the game. I still have notes. I still do all the things. Then I just like rotate outfits and my notes look a little bit different and I piece my notes together to make it make sense and to make a video. So if you like seeing this process, if you like understanding like what I do behind the scenes, if you've liked knowing that I actually take time to like look at things, analyze things, think about things, critically think through things, you let me know. I can make videos about almost anything when it comes to sports and my brain and how I'm thinking and why I'm thinking and what I'm doing. So if you like this kind of thing, if you're interested in this kind of thing, let me know in the comments section below and I will give you more of this if this is what you want. But as always, thank you so much for being here and I will see you in my next video.